Alrighty, so getting started. I'm gonna do an analysis of this matchup right here: Dr. Ellis versus Eiite, the Final Destination UQ Smash. This was Amateur's Grand Finals. Put a little context in this. Dr. Ellis has just been given the honorable mention for the latest PR, and Eiite is this up-and-coming Falcon player. Dr. S mainly mains Mario, but he plays a couple other characters. The reason I chose this is because I feel like this is a really good set to show the idea of awareness. And a lot of mid players struggle with that awareness and understanding where exactly they went wrong and how to improve and how to adapt mid set to make a comeback and push somebody, So we'll just get started. I think you can hear him. So we banned Smashful and FD. FD is a really good ban against Falcon. You don't want to give Falcon a lot of open space. But I don't know why Smashful would be a good ban. I feel like that's neutral, but it's not a big importance. Stages don't mean a whole lot at this level. So right off the bat, I feel like that was a bit of a missed input by Eiite, and decently punished. Dr. Ellis could have gotten more out of it, but it's not a big deal because he's still pushing it. He's unanswered it. Hella combos at the moment, 85%, but Dr. Ellis has to be careful, because at this point you have to understand that it doesn't matter. Falcon's percentage, he sandbags to 80%, and then he start wrecking. That's what Falcon does. He's really good at making those comebacks when he's gotten his percentage, when he's got the rage. So yeah, it's a big deficit, but he doesn't need to care. It's how Dr. Ellis will use this, right? It's at this point where you have to look at Dr. Ellis and say, well, how did you get where you got, right? You punished an up smash that wasn't so good, and you kept him in disadvantage to the point that you got him to this percent. So what do you do now to keep him at a disadvantage percent-wise? We're going to watch and see what he does. Ooh, so that dash attack was a risky option, but he got out of it. He hasn't lost a lot. He's sort of like being juggled a little bit. So let's go back. What did he actually do? Okay, so we've just gotten him to this percentage, right? He's not in kill percent, so the up smash shouldn't be something he's doing anyways. Let's get him at a deficit. Ooh. I don't know why he did that. I think he went to dash across the ledge here and then try and do the up smash and get it, but it wouldn't have killed anyways. He's Falcon, so wasn't a great idea. Landed. I think Lilat tried to screw him up here, but at this stage, he's above him, but he's not at a huge disadvantage. Especially he gets down for free there. He gets the back air. So right now he should be looking to warm out and force the Captain Falcon to make an error again. And this is what I'm talking about with awareness. He needs to be able to see, okay, I've got him at a high percentage right now. I need him to make the mistake so I can punish him, since that's how he's opened himself up before. He's already presented me with the option that he will make the mistake in the neutral first, right? He's a little bit more aggressive. The up smash isn't, he obviously didn't mean to do an up smash at the start, but it's not important. What he did was he put himself in a vulnerable position. He was attacking first. But here, he has him at a disadvantage. He tries to catch the landing, which isn't a bad option, don't get me wrong. But was it the right thing he needed to do, or did he need to try and bait something out to try and punish the Captain Falcon instead? It didn't feel like he was trying to bait him. It felt like he was trying to continue to push him, right? You need a mistake to happen so you can have a real big punish. You want to back him off the stage, or you want to get a forward smash to try and kill him, right? That's what you're looking for. You're not looking for a dash attack, but that's what he got. So we're going to keep it going, and then he gets a nice little combo here. But like this is the problem, right? You've let Falcon get back, and now he's a dangerous weapon because he's got rage. This is what Falcons are very used to, right? They're not used to getting their stocks taken away from them, right? When they've been early comboed, which they happen to happen, happens against them a lot. They're not used to getting executed after that. Now look what's happened. This is basically even. Another one of those forward smashes. Ellis is dead. And you see that down tilt? I want you guys to pay attention to that down tilt he just did on the ledge, because it's very important, right? He's not afraid of the Mario recovering high right now. Even though Mario has the potential to come down and recover high and hit Falcon, Falcon's not afraid of it, right? It's very important that you keep that in mind. He does the down tilt anyways, because this is going to be important in the rest of the set. Okay, in that situation right there, when you're stuck in shield as Falcon, it's actually, this is some Falcon tech you need to know. The only thing you can do after you get this hit of jab is turn around jab and then grab. A lot of Falcons don't have the technical skill to do that subtle turnaround and then reset the stick to neutral and get a second jab and then grab. So when they hit you like this, you've got the advantage. And here, right, he does jab and he gets the perfect shielded jab. Falcon's only options here is to turn around jab, because his out of shield options are actually pretty poor. If he does some doody-doo on the ledge, right, if he runs forwards and runs back, he can get a dash attack. But it's still looking at some high frames. And the next best thing is frame like 7 or 8 forward tilt. So he doesn't have the best frames to get out of shield here. And so Ellis gets the grab. Almost killed him with that forward air. Nice pressure on the ledge. Just unfortunate with the Lilat tilt there. I think that's why he got grabbed. Made it back. Tried for an edge guard. Thrown off stage. Went for that down tilt again. Keep an eye on that. Alright, doing some ledge setups with Falcon. It's pretty standard stuff for Falcon here. And see how the Falcon is like baiting the Mario to get in here? Like before we saw, right, one big punish from Mario, because Mario's punish game and Dr. Ellis' punish game is a lot more solid. But right now, right, Falcon's deciding, I want the center stage, and he's baiting the Mario in to try and like get it. And now the Mario is like walking in. Like, look at that. That's a common Mario approach, but it's not exactly safe. Right here, if the Falcon has perfect movement, he can do a dash trot and get the grab off this. But he went for it, but chickened out at the last second. Okay, so now the Falcon's going to be looking for a back air to try and close out this stop. But this is the thing, though. You might look at the Mario up smash and go, wow, that's dumb. He's just up smashing over and over again. But what you really need to think of is, what is he actually doing here? And Dr. Ellis is just seeing what Eiite does with the up smash. He's done it, 3 or 4 times now, and Eiite refuses to punish it. So Eite's probably thinking, oh, that's safe, or it's not worth to go punish at this percentage. But Brenton's using that, and he's saying, I'll keep doing it. I don't care. And then he tried for a sneaky run through side beam. It didn't quite work. At least he knew he needed to kill. But yeah, you needed to go for the back airs instead. You went for 1, and it didn't really work. So nice edge guard there. Poor fireball. Wasn't a great idea, but that's just because it's hard to tell where you are relative to the stage in Lilat. See, like, he probably threw the fireball up here, and then Lilat tilts, and then suddenly you're here on Lilat, and he gets a free back air. Ooh, and suddenly, if you remember at the start, this was not looking as even as it is now. One of the reasons that Falcon is great on Lilat, he can juggle really well with the platforms. They're just a short hop up air away. Okay, so what went wrong with the ledge pressure here? We should have a quick look. I don't want to stay on it too long. But Mario is one of the best ledge pressurers in the game, because he's a top tier. So we got him off stage there. What are you going to do? Fireball's good. You're safe. You got the frames. Nice. Dash attack. And he loses it because he went in the middle platform. I don't know if you misspaced that because of Lilat, but you need to fade back in with a back air there, because Falcon's not fast enough to punish that if you just go in between the platforms with a back air. Okay. I think that Falcon got stuck in the movement there and did a forward smash by accident. Either way, it was a bad read or just a misclick, so bad stuff by him. Alright, jab him off stage. Ooh, that should have hit. That should have hit. And there it is again. Everybody counting. I don't know how many that is. You all better be counting because that's a ridiculous amount. And he's going for him. Forward throw. Off stage. What can Falcon do at this? Ooh, that was a good setup. But here's the thing Dr. Ellis needs to take into account right now. And this is what I've been talking about with awareness. He is not giving him, Eiite is not giving him the air dodges. I don't know how many times that Ellis or Dr. Ellis has gone for air dodge baits, right? Or tried to use options that covered air dodge. But Eiite has not done it like at all. So right now, right there, right, where he did the instant jump, because it wasn't a lot of frames at all where he could have actually done anything out of it. So he gets the neutral air into down tilt. He instantly jumps out of that as soon as he can. So you know that he's gone for that option really quickly. You can cover jump option after down tilt with an up air or a down air, and it will still kill with Mario. You have the option. So you need to be able to say, okay, maybe I should stop looking for air dodge baits if he's not going to be doing them. That was good, but it missed. Should have been able to read the DI, but that wasn't an air dodge bait. That was good work by him. Okay, yep. Jab, really good. Finally, some movement from this Falcon. We need to see more of that at the ledge, but smarter. He obviously didn't get anything from it. Back throw. I went for it again. That down tilt. Okay, yeah. Oh my god. I remembered that. You can see Brenton was shaking his head on that one because he doesn't know what the fuck was that. That was really dumb. That jank. But that could have been anyone's game. First game, Dr. Ellis. But I'd be shaken. I mean, I wouldn't be shaken in the sense that, I think I'd lose that. But you definitely have to understand that this Falcon knows what he's doing when he's in the advantage, and he's getting a lot of stuff. But a lot of that, I felt like didn't come from the Falcon controlling the game. I think that came a lot from the Mario misspacing and overextending on Lilat, at least, to where the Falcon could make advantage of it. So we're going to see what happens on FD. I didn't quite hear the bans, but FD is always a good ban against Falcon. Other than that, Duck Hunt, other than that, big stages like Battlefield and Dreamland are pretty decent. But, I don't know why you would leave this one open. But hey, it's a counter pick. It's not a big deal. If he wins on this, he can't go back to it, so you essentially get 2 bans in a best of 5, so it's not a bad idea. That's one of the big things about, I just want to make a comment. In QLD right now, we have a lot more best of 5s because of 2-stock. I know Jubilee does a lot of best of 5s as well, so it's not necessarily because of 2-stock. But that's a really good thing for all you mid-level players. You need to start learning the best of 5 meta. It's a lot different to best of 3. In best of 3, you lose 2 games, you're done. In best of 5, banning becomes a lot more potent because you can take 2 stages away if you choose to let one of the, super potent counter pick stages out of the way. You can get rid of it and then go fucking ban a stage that's more important to you, So there you go. Alright, normal jab stuff from Falcon. Whenever jab... Okay, here's an important detail to Falcons that you might learn if you're learning the matchup. And that is Falcons love to do little stutter options. So whenever they get hit slightly and they, still on the ground, if they haven't been knocked up and in a combo, they like to do a lot of different things, right? If they notice that you do a lot of moves, right, after you hit the first move, if they notice they don't have the frame advantage, they'll spot dodge, because Falcon spot dodge is pretty good. Otherwise, they'll do jabs, a lot of jabs, and they'll keep it going. So decent, low frame moves to try and punish that get up there, but Mario chasing him down after he got into the neutral. Okay, so Mario getting a back air, but see, I don't know about that back air into grab. I feel like you should space more and learn your opponent's options after you get the back air. Hella combo though. Keep the combo going. I don't know how you would have been able to extend that. I think a late hit in there would have been pretty good, but that was a decent combo. Even stuff right now. Ooh, I think that was a neutral air that he just hit him with. Okay, right there. I think Dr. Ellis needs to wake up because he just got hit. But more importantly, I think Dr. Ellis stayed there for a second just to see what the Falcon would do, right? And that's a feeler option that a lot of top players will use against mid-level players where they're like, I just got hit onto the ground or I just got knocked off stage. They'll just stay there for a second and see what you do. Because a lot of the time people use setups that, require instant reactions or baits that require instant reactions. But if you wait there, you want to see what they do. Now, Eiite has just said with that forward smash, I'm not playing with setups. I will just react to whatever you're doing, and then I will punish. So he's playing reactionary right now, and that should be an instant message. Nice recovery there, went low. Good movement by the Mario. You can see the Mario is like super good at spacing around shield, right? Nice. So in the neutral, it seems like he's finding a lot of openings. But this Falcon is punishing mistakes a lot harder. So he's off stage, you need to edge guard him. Falcon is one of the easiest characters to edge guard in the game, so you need to edge guard him. Good work with that dash attack. Dr. Ellis knows that clips. Ooh, clever fade back. Jab, because he got in a little bit of trouble, and he pressed the panic button. And then right there again, we just saw that Dr. Ellis did not respect the fact that he got told to wake up by Eiite. Eiite said wake up with that forward smash, and Dr. Ellis didn't just then, and he got the up smash for it. So good work by Eiite. But this definitely needs to be a wake up call for Dr. Ellis to say, look, you need to not take your time with me. I will react to your options instead of trying to, use a setup to trick you. Nice recovery. He got the nice snap there so he wasn't poking above the ledge. A lot of shielding from Falcon here. You'll notice a lot of the time people aren't afraid of grabs against characters or players who don't necessarily use the grabs to kill a lot. I haven't seen Dr. Ellis use a kill grab before, but this Eiite is getting away with it, of just shielding. So I think the Mario needs to try grabbing him and throwing him off the edge, even if it's not a kill, because putting him at a disadvantage might do well for him. And see, now he's dealing with the up smashes as well. Eite's saying, well, now I've got all this open space. I'm confident in my spacing. If you up smash, I'll punish you for it. Dr. Ellis trying to fade back on stage in FD. That's a common mistake most people make. FD, you just want to take the ledge if you can. If you have good options landing, you can try it. But it's so easy to cover landings on FD. That fucking kick shouldn't have worked. Oh, nice. Tried to cover the landing. But see, he even punished him for it, even though he missed that side B. Oh, and that was a full down back air. Dr. Ellis would have been dead. If Eiite loses this game, he's a big chungo. Nice wall jump to recovery. Yeah, see, now you need to throw him off stage. Okay, dash attack's obviously not working. Maybe you want to try and set up into a kill a different way. Doesn't matter though, because you got that downer out of neutral. Alright, Dr. Ellis warming up his fingers a little bit. He's saying, I need to wake up. Got out of it. Tried some grab release shenanigans. Nice. That was a smart fireball because he was very high. He was up here when he did that fireball. And so he stopped the Falcon from coming up and hitting him from that angle. So it was a really good fireball right there. You can see how Lilac would have messed that up before. Alright, so not going good so far though. 5% the only fireball to do any damage. Up throw, no forward throw. That was dumb. Alright, but up air is going to take it anyways. So 1-1. Now this is the really important part of the set, because I can see that there's not that much left in the game. So either one person is going to take the next two games, the other. The important part here though is that for Brenton, right, he has to look at what's gone on so far, and he has to think of a solution to his problems in this game, right? Because he's won one and then he's lost the next one. So what are the factors that have gone into him losing? And this is you can take as much time as you want in between games and think about this if you need to adapt. And this is the skill that you need in the best of 5. All right, so what did go wrong? Was it the stage pick, right? Was it his neutral? Was it his punish game? Was it his advantage? Was it his disadvantage was his character. Now, to some extent, Dr. Ellis is going to blame it on his character, but you'll find that people who play a couple of different characters don't go, oh, I'm losing because of this character doesn't win this matchup. They might be saying, I feel like this character can do better in this matchup based on what I want to do against this player, you know? And they'll try and win that way. Now, I know he switches to Fox next game because I've already seen this. So a lot of mid-level players, I think you have to look at this and say, well, why is he switching to Fox? Well, he's got similar level of combo game, right? So because you saw that Mario was getting his combos a lot. You know, he was getting 70%, 60% combos. So he was doing pretty well with that. Fox has the same sort of potential with that. So he's not losing anything there. But what is he gaining with Fox that he didn't have with Mario? Is it recovery? No, Mario recovered pretty decently. I mean, he got one recovery punished that entire time. So it's pretty similar. Is it the stage? Possibly. FD was pretty good, but I feel like he was getting punished a lot for his landings, and he couldn't quite get back from disadvantage into advantage or disadvantage into neutral very well. If you noticed a lot of the time when he was getting back to the stage and he was getting ledge trapped a lot, and he was continuing to lose a little bit of percent at a time that way. And it drags on too, and it makes you do dumber stuff because you become more desperate to get back into that neutral, right? And that's when you can start reading people's habits a lot easier because they'll do the same thing once or twice to try and get back into the stage, right? How many times did Mario land back onto the stage and get punished with something by Falcon? Because Falcon can just cover the whole stage. He's got really good stage control. So he picks Fox, I think, right? He might not have had this in his head, but he might have felt it at some point. The Fox will be better for getting back into the neutral and getting back into out of the disadvantaged state. So he thinks about it for a second. I don't know what stages they've been. I think they go to Battlefield next, but so yeah, this is what you scrubbers need to think about. This is the awareness it takes to be a top level player. I don't know if Dr. Ellis necessarily knew these things as he was going into it, but it's important to learn. And this is the difference you're going to see between Dr. Ellis and Eiite here, because Dr. Ellis improves, right, with Fox. Whether or not he intended to, he improves with Fox. And it's on Eiite afterwards to say, oh, you know, what am I doing wrong? And I need to fix it. Because he did that the first game. He did pretty well. But this game, he doesn't adapt very well. And you'll see the different things. And I'll bring some stuff up that I meant to point out. So this is really good. He gets a really quick combo, but Falcon's a really good jump starter, so it's not that impressive, and it's like 26%. Fox will do that in no time. Down forward smash. Shouldn't have gotten it, but it worked. Into jab, and jab does hella percent, so now it's pretty much even. You see how that jab that he's doing isn't that much better anymore. I mean, he still got it, but Fox can get out of that setup pretty good. Oh, and those dash attacks. Hella percentage, and then this right here, ooh, not yet. This is a lot better than his ledge traps with Mario. You remember a lot of the time he went for like a fireball and then got a dash attack and didn't really follow up on it a lot. But now you're looking, and look at this, he's kept him at the ledge for so long, he's done like an extra 20%, luckily got out of that up air just missed. So this is some decent Fox play, it's not amazing, it's some decent Fox play. That every Fox will do that. You need to learn how to punish that, and you know and Dr. Ellis knows it. You saw on the screen there. He was not happy with that. You don't do that with Fox. You can do it if you get a good read, but it's super risky. You might as well not. All right, gets him off stage. What have we noticed that's different here, folks? Because I know a move that he was using a lot to ledge trap and edge guard would have worked here. Right? So let's look at that. He's already grabbed the ledge. He's trying for a ledge trap here. It doesn't work because he drops the jab. Oh, he's touching his face. Maybe he looked away. But anyways, he needed a down tilt there. And that becomes a real big problem for him because it's a very simple way to start edge guarding or punishing the Fox that goes to the ledge so you can start forcing him to change up his recovery. And look, that ledge pressure is really working out for Dr. Ellis. He had a dumb mistake, but he's brought that back with some really good ledge traps, which Fox is really good at. All right, nice grab. I wonder if that was a boost grab. he's dead. He's dead. You need to kill the fox there. 100%. The reason that fair drag is such a risky move is because right now he needs to be dead. He's at 34%. Down air from Falcon will kill. And what does he do? Falcon does a poor get up. He doesn't even cover it properly because he turns around and jabs trying to go for the regular get up. Even though if you go for a down air against him like that, he's probably just going to trade and the Falcon's not going to get much out of the jab. So I don't know why he was doing that. And he did a full hop down air anyway, so he's probably going for it. So that was a poor ledge option. He's not adapted yet. Here, Dr. Ellis should be dead. Now he should be super dead, because before he can grind up the side of battlefield and it's hard to land that dare. But this is such an easy dare to hit. Went for the back air. Every fox knows how to take that back air. He should be dead. He should have been super dead after that. The side B right there, he went to go cover the side B, and he went for the down air and didn't land it properly. So right there, you just need to grab him or forward smash him. Because let's look how far away he was, right, when he got that. So he missed that. He got the back air, which is decent percent. He gets the trump. So he goes back to cover the side B. Right here, forward smash will hit. And he had the frames to do it. He went for a jump. I don't know why he went for a jump. He clearly didn't see the side B coming. Maybe it was bad reactions. Maybe it was because he was going for this up air here into the knee. But either way, he should have forward smashed, or if he wanted to play it safe, just forward throw him off the stage. Then he gives up stage control because he's trying to go for the setup, which he messes up. But it wasn't the smoothest right there. He got a little bit of percent off of it, but he needed to be more aware of this matchup and how he needs to adapt and say, okay, I can take this. I think Eiite wins this anyways or something, but whatever, he needed to do better. Okay, forward air. But right there was two opportunities before. We saw the 34% on one side of the battlefield, and we saw the edge guard there that could have been done. So if he loses this, he's a major goober. Side B, right? You're still trying to edge guard the high side B, even though he's done, what, 4 of them? And he's not gone high the entire time? And look, he doesn't go high again. So now if you don't go down and try and edge guard the ledge snap, you're a goofer. You're Dumbo. You're a silly majigger. Okay? You need to start learning that he's doing this habit more than once. And you need to stop trying to, use your ledge pressure to guard the mid. And you see now that Dr. Ellis can land as much as he wants. In fact, he's jumping up in the air. He's using his double jump and landing in the center of stage because he can do it with Fox. In fact, it's his setup if he uses a down air. That was a nice high down air to spook him, right? And ledge pressure time, right? What's he going to do? That was an odd choice, but I think he was trying to bait the back air. Yep. Alright. This isn't the greatest Fox play. He's missing a lot of up air opportunities. Anyone who's played Fox knows that you can go for those up airs after that up tilt. But maybe he's not used to the percent ranges. Trades with up air. But see, it doesn't matter right now because at this percentage, right, you need to have executed Fox. Right now he's got the momentum. You've just given him this percentage. And it's getting real dangerous. Even for Falcon, he should live forever, right? It's getting real dangerous. Okay, now you're just getting desperate. You shouldn't have been able to. You shouldn't have done that. If that was if that was a dash attack, right? It's not as bad. But that forward smash was, a sign of desperation if it was intentional. All right, how's he gonna edge guard? Oh, that was an up smash. Might not have hit though. Uh-oh. Suddenly, we're in this situation when before Fox was supposed to be dead 2 or 3 times, and now Falcon's looking not so healthy. All right, that's a setup to try and cover regular getup, but Falcon is like from the FD game. And this is something that's important to learn for mid-tier players. Dr. Ellis hasn't adapted in the way that he should have, right? When we were talking about how he should have woken up, he's still trying for setups that a slower player will fall into, right? This guy is he's not waiting him out. He's just taking the options he wants to and then going with it. He's being a lot more confident. And with that, you need to be more, you need to assess that and cover those options a lot. Roll get up is not a good option. and it's easy to cover with like a grab or a dash attack. But he's trying to use setups to try and cover the regular get up because he thinks he's spooked and he's going to stay there for a second and hit him. So he hasn't made the adaptation yet, but his character change has allowed him to circumnavigate some of the disadvantages he had previously. Okay, now he's just getting desperate. See, the forward smash could have been an accident, but the side beat just shows he's desperate. And that's when a veteran player, when they see that kind of stuff, it's like the bakery lady has just come out with these beautiful fresh bread and nice milk. You know, it's free. It's free for you to take. It's the most delicious thing you've ever tasted because you don't know how rattled the other person is, right, until they show it. And when they show it, you can calm down. And you can say, okay, they're rattled. I know how to take advantage of it. But when you're rattled and they're not showing it, that leaves you spooked, right? And it's about who cracks first. But when you act out of frustration or silliness and don't think about how to execute and you just throw something out, the other person will just destroy you for it. And veteran players know how to do that the most. Okay. And that's a simple air dodge bait. And he's used that up tilt, right, which he was previously using dash attack on Mario. He's used that up tilt to try and execute him because he had decent ledge traps before, you remember, but now he can actually execute them with Fox. Close games. Dr. Ellis should have been dead at least twice. Now this is the thing about best of fives though. Eiite is given another chance after that on this counter pick stage to adapt to this behavior. Now, I just want you guys to think about what we've been talking about with what the Fox brings to the table and what the Falcon has failed to be able to do, right? And what the Falcon previously could do very well against Mario. And we're going to think about the counter pick of FD. Is that necessarily such a great pick? And I know a lot of you will immediately think, well, Fox does really well on platform stages, right? So I'm taking him to FD. But is that necessarily a good stage to take him to? I couldn't quite hear the bans, right? But there's Smashville Open and there's Town and City Open. So if he bans Town and City, you can take him to Smashville. And if he bans Smashville, you can take him to Town and City. But I'm not sure about the FD pick. It's not a bad pick, but from the things we know, right? He was previously punishing landings, right? He was punishing landings really well. But we know Fox's landings are really good, and in fact, some of his landings are his kill setups, and he hasn't done a fantastic job at that. The second thing we know is that he's getting stuck on ledge traps, right? And part of ledge trapping is not having enough options to get back on stage. So now he's got no options. He's got no platforms to land on. He can't use jump get up to get back. He's stuck trying to either recover high and get hit or snap to ledge, which Fox is really good at covering. And that's all his recovery options give him on this stage. When he could have gone Town City, which he's going to kill earlier on. Sure, Fox is going to kill early on it, but Falcon's going to kill faster, I guarantee you. Or Smashville, where Falcon's big hit moves are going to be fucking devastating, right? And he's going to be able to jump and move around the stage. Sure, it's not big, but it doesn't matter too much when he can forward throw and kill it, 120%. So is this necessarily the best counter pick stage? If he bans Smashville, there's Town and City, which side B is one of the moves he wants to use, and up smash is also one of the kill moves he's used recently. So he's going to be killing off the top a little bit faster than Fox. And he hasn't been caught in a down air to up smash setup from Fox. So we don't even know if Dr. Ellis can do that setup. We have to really question whether this is, the best counter pick. And we'll see what he does with it, and if he remedies the things that he was failing on previously. Because right now, I think Eiite has not thought about any of this, and he's a little bit rattled. But we'll see. See if you can see any signs of rattling in his play. Meanwhile, I see a lot more confidence from Dr. Ellis here. He's like a lot more fluid. He's not afraid of making mistakes as much, and for that reason, Fox is really good as well. And look, he's going back for the setup again, and it just seems to work. Okay, he made it back, but I don't think that was necessarily a really good recovery. He seemed to just like make it out just. So, not sure about that one. Okay, the up tilt, right? We're gonna look at the positioning here. So he gets him off stage with the down air into neutral air, right? So at this stage, Fox can like recover here and come just on stage and hit the Falcon and get a combo. At like 49%, he can probably get 2 up airs. And if he reads an air dodge, he might get 3 and kill him. So it's a really good risk reward there if he gets it. But obviously he can get hit. So what the Falcon does is he puts out a safe little up tilt to cover that spot. But the thing about it is he does it a bit early to cover the jump side B. Because Dr. Ellis goes down and he's like, okay, well, I'm not going to immediately go on stage because I still have a jump to blow. Right? He jumps. But this is the thing. The up tilt entered and he still got the jab out. But Dr. Ellis has shown that he is not one to cover on stage, and you've just thrown the up tilt out to cover the high recovery. So you know he's not going to high recover. He can't. You timed it really well. You're supposed to be the confident Falcon, and you're not covering this down air. I mean, you're not covering this with this down tilt to get the Fox. And if you know things about Fox, like that is a really easy to down tilt to hit. Because look, he's stuck there for a second. You see that he was stuck there for a split second, and that down tilt could have come out, and you could have hit that. If not, right, it's not that bad. It's the same as putting that jab out. But the thing is, you're not risking, or you're not like putting something out you need to. And now Fox is back on stage, and Fox is one of the most dangerous like stage presences in the game. Okay, silly approaches by Dr. Ellis. He's being a little bit too confident, but we'll see if he can adapt to that. Again, no, like, he's not giving you the option that he is recovering up on top of stage, right? And this is what I'm talking about. There's a real lack of awareness from these mid-level players. And it's so easy for Dr. Ellis to just keep recovering to the side here. I mean, he's getting ledge trapped, but it doesn't matter because you could be killing him with down tilt, right? He's not dead yet. There we go again. Oh, that was the first one he's done. And Dr. Ellis recovered lower than he usually did. All the previous times you covered, so he snapped at the bottom here, like around here, and then got it. And the thing was, he was a little bit vulnerable there for a little bit as well. Giving him a lot of space. Roll on. Okay, he was going for a hit, but look, he could have been dead. The Fox was dead a couple of times if you got that down tilt timing really good. And now he's evened up the stocks. And see, Dr. Ellis is leaning back. He's like, I mean, Dr. Ellis, you've been doing pretty good. I mean, you've done everything right. And a lot of you will also be thinking, oh, if Dr. Ellis keeps side being to the stage like that, that's bad because he's doing something that's, readable. Like, obviously, when you're looking through the set, you can read that, and you could be able to down tilt it, or you could be able to try and down at the ledge to try and two-frame it or whatever, like, that's bad. But Dr. Ellis is playing really well right now just because he is sending information, and from what he has given him, Eiite has given him, he knows that that's safe because Elite's not going to do anything about it. And the thing about it, right, is you can try and adapt and go, okay, well, this time I'm going to side B onto stage, or this time I'm going to, up B or whatever. But why change when it already works? There's no reason to. So Dr. Ellis is doing perfectly fine so far. Also, Fox's jab kind of beats Falcon's jab. So, and you see, this Falcon, like, he can shield that down there all the way through. Let's see if we can take it, like, frame by frame. Okay. So it looks like he shielded all the way through, right? Oh, whoops. So, it looks like he's shielding it. Oh, he drops it at the last second. Maybe to try and shield grab, maybe to try and jab. But this Falcon's too antsy. He wants to get too much done at the moment. Alright, up air shield. Yeah, nice. Do it again. Do it again. Oh, that would have worked. Okay, good combos by Dr. Ellis. It was a decent DI by Eiite to get out of that. This is still hella even though, because Falcon. Alright, nice. Ooh, that was quick. Oh, this is your... Unfortunate. This was your chance, Falcon. At this point, though, I think it's all over Red Rover. I mean, he missed the tech even. Look at that. Falcon's playing a lot sloppier. He's going for stuff that's a lot riskier. Oh, this is your chance. And it's almost like, at that point, you know that he just cannot make the adaptation. He's lost. Because he's just going to go back to autopilot mode. And there goes another forward smash popping off. Yep. Good games to Dr. Ellis. Alright, so what I wanted you guys to think about was awareness, right? Understanding of not your mistakes, but what was going wrong, what is going right. And being able to understand how to remedy those, right? It's not necessarily an easy job. It's not necessarily a hard job. But at least putting effort into creatively thinking about it mid-set or mid-game. Sometimes people aren't as good as adapting in mid-game, right? Like I probably, as the Falcon, wouldn't have been able to adapt mid-game. But the thing is, he had 2 games to understand that. He still had the Battlefield game where he wasn't doing a lot of down tilts. I think he did 1 down tilt against this Fox who was side-being the ledge every single time. When down tilt, I know, hits the 2-frame against Fox. So he had plenty of opportunity to get that, but he didn't. He could have adapted between games, and he could have adapted during the game. So that's what I really wanted you guys to look out for. But also understanding how to change those things. Because we also looked at Dr. Ellis, and he was looking at changing to Fox, and why he changed to Fox. I don't know necessarily what was in his mind, but we saw the effectiveness of the character change because he identified at least some problems that he was having. He couldn't land or whatnot. And he decided, you know what, Fox is going to be able to solve my problems. And for the most part, they actually did really well to solve his problems. The risk is, though, that, when you change characters, you're going to run into problems that you didn't have with the previous character. But he didn't seem to have that because his recovery wasn't getting punished at all, which should be the problems that Fox has, right? His recovery, or that he's taken to a stage he's uncomfortable on, like Lilat or Town City or whatever, something that's different for him and he can't necessarily handle. So 3-1 to Dr. Ellis, but 2 games of those, right, he necessarily might not have won. This one he probably won pretty solidly, but the other game he probably might not have, which would have brought it to 2-1 in Elite's favor, or 2-2 at least. So, good games.